I traced the Fortune 500 client's phishing attacks to a spoofed domain and discovered the real domain hadn't been registered yet. I bought it for $11.99 before the scammers could. What I built on it ended their operation in 13 days, and I never told a single person what I actually did. On October 3rd, 2023, at 11:22 p.m., I registered a domain with my personal credit card and did not tell my employer. That part matters more than I let myself think about for a long time. My name is Marcus. I was 34, working as a senior network analyst at a managed IT firm in Columbus, Ohio. I was good at my job. I liked being good at my job. That's the first thing you should know about me. The second thing is that being good at something can make you careless about everything around it. Our client, I'll call him DeltaVex, had been getting hammered with phishing emails for 3 weeks. Sophisticated stuff. Spoofed addresses, cloned login portals, the whole package. My boss, Greg, called me in on a Wednesday. Marketing VP clicked a link, he said. IT flagged it before credentials were entered, but DeltaVex is rattled. Figure it out. How long do I have? Yesterday, he said. Then, quieter, Marcus, there are $400 K account. Don't let me look stupid. He'd never said anything like that to me before. Greg didn't make himself vulnerable. I nodded and left without answering. 4 days later, I found it. The phishing emails impersonated a domain, deltavexsecureportal.com. That didn't exist. The attackers had built their fake login page around a URL nobody owned. I sat with that for maybe 40 seconds. My chest felt tight. Not excited. Something closer to the feeling before you say something you can't take back. Then I opened GoDaddy and bought it. $11.99 on my personal Visa. I set up a redirect to an educational page I built. What a phishing attempt looks like. How to report it, the real DeltaVex domain. Clean. Official looking. If an attacker tested their own infrastructure through that URL, they'd get a lesson instead of a landing page. On day 6, I checked my server logs and stopped breathing for a moment. Someone had hit the redirect 11 times in 4 minutes from a Ukrainian IP block. The same subnet I'd traced in the email headers. They were probing it, trying to understand why their landing page wasn't responding. I didn't sleep well that night. I kept running the scenario. What if they pivoted? What if they flagged my redirect as interference and escalated? What if DeltaVex's IT team stumbled on a domain, registered to Marcus, personal address, no company affiliation, and called Greg before I could explain? I never came up with a clean answer. I just watched the logs refresh until morning. The probing stopped. Over 13 days, DeltaVex's phishing incidents dropped 87%. Greg pulled me aside after the client call. I knew what was coming and I still wasn't ready for it. Whatever you did in those logs, he said good work. I looked at him. He was relieved. Genuinely, visibly relieved. And I understood then that he'd been more scared than he'd let on. He trusted me with something that mattered to him personally, and I delivered it wrapped in something I couldn't explain. Thanks, I said. The word came out flat. He clapped me on the shoulder and walked back to his desk, and I stood there another few seconds, the whole truth right there in my throat, and I swallowed it. I made a unilateral decision involving a client's brand, using a domain I personally owned, with zero authorization. If anything had gone wrong, Greg would have taken a hit, and he never would have seen it coming. The domain expired last October. I didn't renew it. Greg still thinks I'm meticulous. DeltaVex renewed their contract. I got a small bonus in December. The $11.99 came out of my own pocket. I never expensed it. I still see that good work on his face sometimes. That's the part I can't rationalize away.